Homemade pasta is one of the easiest ways to make a gourmet dinner on a budget. I'm showing you how to make the best cheese ravioli from scratch with no special tools needed. All it's gonna take for us today is a rolling pin, a knife, and a fork. Do you have that? Bet you do. Let's start by making a simple pasta dough. This is really just the best way to do it. There are recipes to put it in a food processor or a mixer, whatever. We're using our beautiful tools that God gave us, our hands, and a clean table. I'm gonna start by measuring 2 cups of flour. I'm just using all-purpose flour, nothing fancy here. I'm spooning my flour into the measuring cup, but it doesn't have to be exact. You know, we're not baking, so it's okay if you a little more, a little less, not gonna hurt anything. Right onto the table. This is the way I was taught to make pasta no matter what shape you're making. So if you don't wanna do ravioli, if you just wanna do regular pasta noodles or lasagna noodles, still the same recipe. Once you've got your flour in, you want to create a well to crack our eggs into. So I like to use the bottom of the measuring cup, or you can just use your finger and just kind of form the circle. To this, we're gonna add 2 eggs, a little bit of olive oil, about a teaspoon or so, a good pinch of salt, and maybe about a tablespoon of water to get us started. And then just give it a whisk. I like to start with a fork, or you can just use your hands. After you get that kind of mixed together, you're gonna bring in the flour from the sides. And you just gradually work in all the flour. You will end up using pretty much all of this flour. This is the time you turn on your music, you get a glass of wine, and you cook. You know, the Italians, they enjoy their cooking as much as they're eating. That's where I get it from. And one of these days, I'm gonna make it there. Speaking of, pause that. Now, where were we? You're just gonna knead the flour in. Would this be easier with a pasta maker or using your stand mixer? Sure, but would it be as much fun? Would you really be getting the experience? No. With making pasta, you are looking to activate all that gluten. So unlike some breads, this is a time where it's kind of hard to over knead it. I had a neighbor from Rome who taught me how to make homemade pasta, and she just used a coffee cup as her measuring cup. So as I was taking my notes, I was like, okay, 2 coffee cups worth of flour. You know, that's just the way it is. You just gotta feel it. You can't really measure. Nothing's exact here. Yes, it is a good workout, but you're earning those pasta carbs, I'm telling you. So far by this process, if you have a well-stocked pantry, you have spent $0. At this point, you can see it is coming together quite nicely. It's soft, but it's not smooth yet, so I'm gonna keep working it until it gets smooth, then we're gonna let it rest. Once you're close, I kinda like to get it in a ball. Couple slaps. Once you've got it smooth, you can press down on it and it'll spring up a little bit. If it springs back fairly quickly, that just tells you it is ready to rest. Okay, so I'm gonna cover it with some plastic wrap and let it sit at room temperature for about an hour. While my dough rests, I'm gonna go ahead and make our cheese filling. Our filling is super simple. I'm starting with some ricotta cheese. Ricotta. To that, I'm gonna add in some grated parm, some shredded mozzarella, and about half a cup of that provolone. Stir that together. And then I'm gonna add in some fresh herbs, some basil and parsley, and give it a stir. I love using fresh herbs in this, but if you don't have fresh herbs, you can totally use dried. And then finally, I'm going to stir in an egg. This is gonna help that filling stay together inside the ravioli. All right, filling's ready to go. Time to roll the pasta. All right, our dough has rested. It's nice and smooth. And now we are just going to roll it out onto a lightly floured surface. I'm gonna take this ball of dough and cut it in half and roll it into 2 same size sheets. You only wanna roll top to bottom. You don't wanna go side to side. We're not looking for super wide sheets, but we do want them to be super thin. If you are using a pasta machine, whether it's the hand crank kind or the one that attaches to your stand mixer, the goal is the same. We want paper thin sheets. Obviously that's gonna be easier to do in the machine. If I was using my machine, I would set it to about a 6 or a 7. You wanna be able to kind of see through it. You start at a low setting like 1, and then as the numbers get higher, the space gets thinner. Eventually you'll end up to about a 6 or a 7. Feel so accomplished. Let's see. This is how thin it needs to be. See my hand through it? That's what I mean when I say you want to see through it. We're gonna drop about teaspoon, like heavy teaspoonfuls of our filling into 2 rows down on our dough. And we're gonna place them about 1 inch apart. Now that we've got our filling laid down, we need some glue to hold the top sheet of pasta to the bottom sheet of pasta. That glue is just simply water. So I'm gonna go around the edges of all the filling spots with just water. Now we lay our top sheet of pasta carefully over. And then press with your fingers around to seal the dough around the filling using your very sophisticated hand knife. This is kind of your first sealing, and then we'll seal it again after we cut them. Voila. You can use a fancy ravioli cutter. Surprise, I don't have one, but I do have a knife. So I'm gonna cut square around the filling, and then we will make those little fancy crimped edges with a fork. I would trim off the excess to make it a nice square shape, pressing around to make sure the edges are sealed and make some pretty edges. My little raviolis are, in my mind, perfect. No machine necessary. And what I love about making ravioli versus when I make sheets of lasagna or other kinds of pasta is that you don't have to wait on these to dry out or anything. You can go straight from this to the boiling water. You can also do this ahead of time and keep these stored in your fridge if you want to. You can even freeze them on a sheet tray and then just cook them when you're ready. So this is just a good thing to do when you're feeling the need to spend some time in the kitchen. Our filling for these are super neutral, so you can go with any sauce you want, an Alfredo sauce, a pesto, just a brown butter. I'm going into a simple marinara sauce. So instead of draining them because they can be delicate, I like to take them straight from the water to the sauce, give them a nice little coating, and serve them up. Chef Boyardee doesn't have anything on this, okay? Just saying. This is a plate full of comfort that is gonna make me so happy. This is all I need in life. Ravioli from scratch. This has got to be one of the best ways to enjoy a gourmet restaurant quality meal at home on a budget. This will taste anything but a budget meal. The most perfect bite ever. That gives me the warm and fuzzies all inside. It makes me so happy. Homemade ravioli from scratch. You have to try this and tag me in the comments when you do. I want to see your beautiful creations. When it comes to the best homemade cheese ravioli, I promise, you can cook that. And you should.
Do you need help drinking that wine too?
Oh no, I'll be okay.